name is Paul. You can find me on Instagram at the Dad Car. Car is a 2019 Mazda CX-9. I actually first got into cars back in the 90s. I really didn't know much about cars back then. I saw my cousin, my older cousin, he had an EG. Started souping it up a little bit, lowering it. When I saw that, I realized, wait, this can be done to any car? I didn't have a car at that time, but that kind of inspired me to do the same. So I ended up getting a 1998 Honda Civic. Started doing the same thing, and that's when I realized that, modding cars is it's like art. Like a stock car it's like a blank canvas. So I started doing all these crazy things to it, and that's kind of where it all started. And as far as the Mazda CX-9, it's I was kind of out of the car scene for a good while, ever since the recession, and I wasn't planning on going back into it for anytime soon. I was actually just looking for just a regular family car, nothing special. I was looking at just any 3-row SUV to fit my kids. So yes, I'm a father of 3 girls. Yeah, that's why it's called the Dad Car. Anyway, so I looked at Mazda. I wasn't really thinking anything special. I thought I was just gonna try test drive it and pass because it's a 4-banger. Big 3-row SUV with a 4-cylinder car. It's not gonna have any power. So I decided to give it a shot, test drove it, and was really surprised at how much power it had. Ended up buying that car right then at the dealership, and started looking online and aftermarket mods and aftermarket support, and there wasn't really too much for Mazda CX-9s, believe it or not. But for Mazdas in general, that's when I got introduced to Cork Sport and a lot of other stuff, and yeah, and then the mod bug bit back again, and it hasn't stopped, and it's still itching, and I'm having a lot of fun building it. So let's go with the engine first. So as far as the engine, I have a Cork Sport intake, the Cork Sport boost tube. I have an SPR strut tower bar. The car is lowered on Sika coilovers. Let's see, and also in the front. So I blacked out the front of the grille. Mm-hmm. I have front diffuser. It's aluminum splitters, chassis mounted. Was it matte black? I also have Maya wheels. So these are custom built by Nifty Built. So yeah, definitely check out. They do great work. Let's see, carbon fiber mirror caps, and I have the well visors. Let's see. I also have the black roof wrap, and I also wrapped my taillights and the rear diffusers to match the front splitters too. So. And my exhaust, the funny thing is I actually went through 3 or 4 different variations of this exhaust. So the 2.5 turbo motor on this one, it was too quiet. So the first exhaust setup that I had, it wasn't giving me that sound that I wanted. So I took out the resonator, so it was just the mufflers itself, and still wasn't loud enough. So what I ended up doing was, now I have exhaust cutouts. And so what you see down there are quad tips, but it's actually open all the time, so it's actually being cut out right between the tires. And yeah, no mufflers, just all straight pipe. And to me, now it sounds perfect. And that's about it. And also an interior too. So I have the vinyl, the leather diamond mats. And of course the VIP curtains for my VIP passengers, which would be my 3 daughters. And a little bit of carbon fiber tidbits here and there. Yeah, and that's about it.
Maybe a little more. Sounds pretty good, man. Alright, so it's gonna be my first time in a modded CX-9. This one is titled the Dad Car. So let's see what this is all about. Ah, yeah, this is funny. This dude did a little launch.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. This dude going crazy right now. Hey, alright, okay, I see it. How do your kids like the car and when you drive on the more spirited side?
They always say, go faster, Daddy, go faster. Daddy, he's racing you, Daddy, go faster.
So the funny thing is, I actually met Paul. I was driving down in SoCal, and I saw a CX-9, and I noticed it was lowered, and it definitely had some kind of exhaust. So we ended up racing. This was when I had the Mazda 6. At that time, I was in the red Mazda 6, and it was just funny because we tagged each other and messaged him on Instagram, and ever since then we were supposed to film, and we finally got it done, but that was literally like a year and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
Around a year and a half ago.
And the funny thing is, he says that he remembers us racing. I was just driving fast. I didn't realize we were racing. He was...
Well, okay, maybe that was in my head, but I definitely heard the turbo spool and I heard the exhaust starting to kick up, so I don't know, maybe that wasn't a race, maybe that's just his car, but anyways.
Or that was just you trying. That's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Anyways, since then we were supposed to do this and we finally got it done,
Yeah.
but this last clip is going to be his future plans, and then that'll be it for the video.
All right, so phase one's complete. Basically, phase one was just to make sure that I had everything, just the basics, like what I really needed to have to say, all right, it's a modded car, like that there's nothing major that's missing. Now phase two, so one thing I want to do is, these wheels are beautiful. They're nice and they're big, 21 inches, and they're great. But the thing is, looking through that gaping hole, all you see is just nothing. These tiny little stock calipers. What it really needs is a big brake kit. So I'm gonna be reaching out to some people, seeing how I can work out some deals, make something happen. But yes, definitely phase two is gonna have a big brake kit. Another thing I'm gonna have in there is the interior. So with the big brake kit and these fancy race wheels and all that, I mean, the car has to go fast and it's gonna be throwing me left and right? Because, you know, don't all family SUVs do that? So I'm gonna need racing seats. And it's gonna take a little bit more work because these racing seats are gonna need custom brackets, because from what I've seen, the racing seats sit a little bit low, especially on SUVs. It's just, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Racing steering wheel too. I mean, racing seats, racing steering wheel, they have to go together. Kind of wanted to have the starlight ceiling too. That's something else that I want to also add, but in order for that to make sense, I also want to have to wrap it so it's all nice and black with the starlights, so that way the kids can just hang out in the car and just look up into the stars and just enjoy the car. And the rest of phase two, for now, we'll keep it a secret. There's a lot of stuff in the works, but as far as phase two, that's the only thing that I can mention at this moment. Phase three is going to be a really fun project. Now, this is going to be way far down the line, and it may not ever even happen, but hopefully if it does happen, you'll see this car a little bit wider. And with a little bit wider, I'm going to have to get new custom wheels to bring everything out to fit. So that will be phase three.